Yeah, first of all, on the economy, the Saudi economy is always an economy which consists of two parts. We have to look at the oil sector, we have to look at the non-oil economy. These are two major components of the Saudi economy which have different drivers, which also are in a different cycle. So on the oil part, we saw stable production at 9 million barrels a day, crude production. We saw stable exports, 7.4 million barrels a day, crude and refined products. In a year-on-year comparison, we see that the oil sector is recovering. So in the third quarter, year-over-year, there was flat growth. On the oil side, overall, for the full year, there will be a negative GDP contribution for the oil sector in 2024. On the other side, non-oil did very well. Non-oil activities continues to grow above 4%. That's the fourth year that in Saudi Arabia, non-oil economy grows above 4%. Primarily supported by expansionary fiscal policy and all the efforts of the public sector to diversify the economy and to support other diverse various non-oil industries. Now, on the capital market, Saudi stock market started the year on a very positive note, but as oil prices started to decline from spring towards autumn of this year, from the mid-80s to the low 70s in the case of Brent prices, we also saw the market faltering, so that overall the equity market was essentially in a protracted consolidation period. There was also no major inflow from foreign institutional investors, overall about 17 billion this year. But the large part of it was due to the secondary offering of Aramco shares in June, where international institutional investors prominently participated. If you exclude that effect, there was little impact from foreign institutional investors on the market. The primary market, however, did very well. IPOs continues to do very well. We had 12 IPOs in the main market, 11 billion Saudi riyal, and we had not less than 28 IPOs in the parallel market, in the normal market.
Looking into 2025, what's your outlook for the performance of the Saudi market and the IPO market as well in the kingdom?
Yeah, as a consequence of this consolidation period of the market, and at the same time we saw also corporate earnings recovering in the Saudi market. As a consequence, the valuation of the Saudi market is quite modest by its own history and in a cross-market comparison. On top, we see corporate earnings to grow in 2025 by double digits, so we see a growth acceleration of growth in earnings for the Saudi market. That overall combined is a favorable backdrop for the market. So our target zone for TASI, Tadawul All-Share Index, for end of 2025 is somewhere between 13,500 and 14,000 points. That's the secondary market. Primary market, still a full pipeline. I think the story continues. We will see additional IPOs coming to the market and also enhancing basically the investment opportunity set for investors in the local market going forward. Let me just say something as a final remark on foreign investors. I said before, the inflow has basically dried up a little bit in 2024. Overall, if we look at the last 5 years, we have nevertheless seen a substantial inflow by foreign investors, more than 220 billion Saudi riyal. And yet, we believe that the Saudi market is still largely under-owned by international institutional investors. So the ownership by QFIs, the free float ownership by QFIs in Saudi Arabia is 10%. Internationally, it's 25%. So international markets have an average of about 25% ownership of foreign investors. So there is, in our view, from a medium-term perspective, quite some potential for further inflow from foreign institutional investors, which will have a positive impact on the market in 2025, but particularly also beyond the next year.